has a center in Los Altos Hills, and we're very fortunate to have him here do a meditation with some music tonight. And I believe also if there's some time, we'll have it very interactive with some Q&A as well. Thank you.
Okay, so there are different styles of meditation, and even within the tradition I come from, there are lots of different types of techniques that we use, but it's all part of one system. So but what we're going to do tonight is just sing a mantra for a little while, and then use that as a focus for our attention in a short, silent meditation. All right? And I want to just talk a little bit about the relationship between music and mantra and meditation, so that you'll perhaps appreciate why we use it. So I was giving a class at Facebook a while ago, because after I'd been here about 5 years, I thought there's a lot of stressed people out in these big companies. Why don't I see if I can teach there? So I have a friend there, and she was kind enough to arrange that, and we had a big group there, and I had them all sing this chant that we're going to do now, and meditate for a little while. Sound of the mantra is important. It creates a certain resonance, but the meaning is also very important, because in meditation we're supposed to be focused. We're trying, at least, to concentrate and to focus on this mantra and the idea associated with it. And so, it's kind of intuitively obvious that if you focus on something positive, you'll tend to feel better. Or if you focus on, how much you can't stand this person you're working with, that doesn't really improve matters, right? In fact, it compounds the problem. So Ba in Sanskrit, it means love. It means the beloved entity or the divine entity, and actually it means limitless love. So Nam, so the second word Nam, means the feeling of that. And Kevalam means only. Right? So it means that there's only this feeling of limitless love. And that's what we're focusing on. So it seems like a good thing to focus on. If you've got to think about something.
Seems like a good thing for the world to focus on.
Indeed. It's very important. So the whole phrase is Baba Nam Kevalam. I want you to practice that. So let's take it one word at a time. So I want you to repeat after me. Baba Nam Kevalam. Let's put them all together. Baba Nam Kevalam. One more time. Baba Nam Kevalam. Now that's the most important thing you're going to hear all night. Remember that. It doesn't matter what else I say, you can forget about all that. This is important. Okay, so we're going to sing this for a little while. So in meditation, sitting is important. And whenever I mention that, what does everybody do automatically?
Straighten the posture.
Exactly, thank you, yes. Because everybody knows, we've all been told in school, sit up straight. Why does the teacher tell you to sit up straight? Not just for your posture, they want you to concentrate. They want you to listen to what they're saying, they want your attention, and sitting straight is good for concentration. So with your hands, you can cup your hands in your lap, thumbs together, just feet flat on the floor. Well, if you're sitting on a chair, feet flat on the floor. If you can sit cross-legged, that's fine if you're sitting on the ground. And close your eyes. We'll sing this mantra for a little while, and then I'll walk you through into a simple meditation. Kevalam. Keep your eyes closed. Remember to sit straight. Breathe through your nose if you can comfortably. Just relax your shoulders. let the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam continue in your mind as though you are hearing it, you're listening to the voice of your memory playing it back to you with the music, rather than repeating it with your will. Just keep your attention on the mantra and listen to the music and the mantra playing back in your mind. That this music and the mantra is being sung to you by an inner part of yourself. So your inner self is singing to you and reminding you of something very important. It's reminding you that there's a place deep within you which is the source of all the love you've ever felt. Let the mantra and the music and this inner voice draw you inward to that place where you find that that source of love has no limits. There's no boundary. Just let your attention dwell on this infinite, limitless source of love within you. And the mantra and the music is drawing you inward to that place. We'll just meditate on that in silence, just for a few minutes. And just keep your eyes for a moment. Just take note of how you're feeling now. See if you feel maybe slightly different than you did before we started chanting and meditating. And if you do, if you feel a little different, see if you can identify what that feeling is and give it a name, whether it's just a word to describe it. Just select a word in your mind, just to capture a little bit of that feeling. Without opening your eyes, if anyone has a word they'd like to share, tell us what it is.
Serene.
Release.
I've got one.
Calm.
Okay, what do you got? Serene, calm, like love,
Self-love.
self-love, nice. Okay, just take a deep breath. Open your eyes. So just imagine, we just spent, 5 minutes chanting, a little more, 4 minutes meditating. It's very short. I'm usually much more harsh on my students. I make everybody sit for at least 20 minutes, but this is just a little short session. But if you can feel a little bit calmer or more serene or more love, in 10 minutes, in one session, imagine how you would feel if you did this every day and for a bit longer. And what I recommend actually is twice a day. This feeling accumulates, it grows. It's like you're watering a little plant. You've got this little peace, love plant, and every day you put a little water on and you give it a little bit of sunshine and you make it happy and it grows. And over time it's like you feel that more all the time, it's not just when you're meditating. And it's a very powerful thing. The power, they call it the compound effect, you can say. It's repeated actions point in the same direction over time can have a huge impact on the way that you feel about yourself. You feel self-love, you feel, there are all sorts of interesting pieces of research around meditation and the way that it changes the way that we feel over time. And the kind of things that come out of it is, obviously people feel less stressed. So less anxious. So there's a lot of negatives that reduce, but there are a lot of positives that grow as well. So more compassion, that's a very big one for me, and less unconscious bias, in case that's an area that interests you. It's a pretty important one.